Hey guys, my name is Ronnie. This is Grave Gossip. If you haven't seen me before, it's just my page where I like to talk about like creepy things and a lot of unhinged history. I've decided to not only do like my longer videos like I normally do, but also today I'm going to start a Did You Know series, and it's just going to be like little tidbits of an unhinged history that I find interesting and that I think others would find interesting as well. So here we go. Coney Island has always been in my heart because of my family, but also knowing what I'm about to tell all of you, I really wonder if they ever went. Or I can't ask any of them right now because unfortunately they are no longer with us, but I really wonder. Anyways, picture it, 1903, Coney Island, carnivals, sideshows, babies. I know it sounds weird, right? So in the early 1900s, people would discard premature babies because they always said that they didn't have a full life expectancy or they didn't have the capability to make them well enough. So they oftentimes would just send them home with their parents being like, I'm really sorry. Hopefully it works out, pretty much, right? However, a man by the name of Martin Cooney, also coined as Dr. Incubator, had a very bright idea. He decided to take these babies who were premature and put them in a sideshow at Coney Island. He would then charge 25 cents to every single person that would come in, and you would walk into the sideshow and you would see rows and rows of these little fragile babies in glass incubators with like warm blankets and severely protected by Martin. Like this was his whole passion. He loved this. A lot of people, due to the fact that they would go in and they were like, oh my gosh, this doesn't even feel like real life. They said it was more like a fairy tale of just like, why are all of these, like it was the craziest sideshow they've ever seen. So due to the display being so out of the ordinary, people started calling them the Cabbage Patch Kids. Now, this has nothing to do with the 80s Cabbage Patch because I did look into it. So those of you who are like me, who grew up in the 80s, 90s, this has no correlation. This was prior. They were called the Cabbage Patch Babies. But to Martin, it was purely for survival for these children. So the 25 cents that would go in to the funding for all of this went to eventually a full team of nurses that he had hired. All equipment, like medical stuff, everything was maintained professionally, precisely how it should have been. And he kept this going for almost 40 years. So from 1903 to 1940, Martin single-handedly saved over 6,500 premature new babies because of what he was doing at a sideshow. And I think that that is the coolest thing ever. He did what the hospitals wouldn't do, and I just find that so awesome. And that's my story for today. So I'm just going to close it out with saying, sometimes the greatest acts of humanity don't come from a hospital. They come from a carnival sideshow. Have a good day.